Welcome to the Deep Dive. Our mission? Well, it's pretty simple. We take some source material, unpack the most useful bits, the key insights, just for you.
Right. Think of us as helping you cut through the noise, get straight to what matters.
And today, we've got a really fascinating topic, especially if you're, navigating that competitive CPG world. It's for a recent blog post by Denise at C3 Centricity. It's called The MVP Trap. Be irreplaceable, not unpromotable.
Yeah, this one's part of our Marketing Deep Dive series. Denise is all about reigniting momentum for companies and careers, so this fits right in.
It really digs into this paradox, doesn't it? Is being that indispensable go-to person. Is that actually good for your career? Or is it maybe a trap?
That's exactly it. It feels like the goal, right? Being essential.
Yeah.
But the piece asks, does it actually hold you back from getting promoted? Let's unpack it.
Okay, so this MVP trap starts with something we probably all recognize, that feeling of being indispensable. You're the one everyone turns to, the keeper of the keys, basically. It feels pretty good.
Oh, absolutely. It hits that need for, security, validation, feeling essential, like you're the hero saving the day.
And in CPG, that pressure's even higher, isn't it? Fierce competition, tight margins.
Yeah.
You constantly need to show your value.
Definitely. And, the data backs this up. Something like 43% of employees reported more stress in 2024, managers even more so. So becoming irreplaceable, well, it feels like job security.
And the upsides seem obvious at first glance. Job security, definitely. If you have those unique skills, those deep CPG insights, companies really hesitate to lose you, right? Even in layoffs.
Yes, totally. And it boosts your influence. Like that insights manager example in the piece, nailing the forecasts, gets you respect, gets you into the important meetings. You shape strategy.
Opens doors too, I bet. Internal projects, maybe even making you attractive outside the company.
For sure. And just personally, feeling needed, valued. That fuels job satisfaction. It feels good to be essential.
So, okay, stack it all up. Security, influence, opportunity, feeling good about your work. Doesn't being the MVP sound like the ultimate win?
Yeah.
Where's the trap?
Well, here's the twist. The paradox. The piece hits you with this counter idea. If you're irreplaceable, you're unpromotable.
Whoa, hang on. Unpromotable. How does being the most essential person stop you from moving up? That feels backwards.
It's all about how the organization sees it. If you're the only one who can do that critical thing, manage that complex process. Well, they depend on you staying put. Promoting you leaves a huge hole they can't easily fill.
Ah, I see. So you're not stuck because you're bad. You're stuck because you're too good at something specific and nobody else can step in. Your own indispensability pins you down.
Precisely. And that creates these hidden costs for you and for the company. First big one, burnout.
Oh, yeah.
Being indispensable often means carrying a massive workload. You're the single point of failure.
I've seen that happen. The hero complex leads to taking on everything, then you become the bottleneck and you're exhausted. The source mentioned that weird stat, didn't it? 44% feeling burned out and engaged. And manager burnout hitting 53%.
Yeah, it paints a picture of people pushing way too hard. Think about like a product manager juggling huge launches. If they haven't shared the load or the knowledge, everything lands on them. You can't even relax on vacation. That's a real cost.
And then the career plateau you mentioned, like that sales manager example, hitting targets but getting passed over. Why? Because moving him meant risking sales in his key area.
Exactly. Other people, maybe not quite as stellar individually, but who'd built up their teams, they leapfrogged him. Your operational brilliance blocks your strategic ascent.
And that hurts the organization too, right? Dependence on one person must slow things down.
For sure, it kills agility. And in CPG, things change so fast. The source mentioned retail sales growth slowing down a bit in 2024 versus 23 companies need to be nimble. One indispensable person can gum up the works.
What if they leave? That linchpin quits.
Chaos, potentially. Especially now when finding skilled people is tough. What was it? 74% of companies struggling globally. Losing the person who holds all the keys is hugely disruptive. And honestly, it doesn't look great for your reputation if you haven't set things up for continuity.
Okay, so the security blanket of being indispensable can actually lead to burnout, getting stuck, slowing things down, and causing chaos if you leave.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a trap.
It really can be. But the good news, the source points out, is there's a way through it. It's not about being dispensable. It's about being valuable in the right way. The Goldilocks Zone, they call it.
Okay, the Goldilocks Zone. Not too hot, not too cold. If being operationally irreplaceable is too hot, what's just right?
It's about aiming for strategic indispensability while making sure you have tactical replaceability.
Strategic indispensability, tactical replaceability. Okay, let's break those down. What's strategic indispensability? That's where your value comes from, the bigger picture stuff. Your vision, your key relationships, your judgment, your leadership style. You're known for how you think, not just the tasks you do.
So less about being the only one who can run the report, more about being the one who knows which report matters and what it means for the future.
Exactly. You're asking the right questions, shaping the direction, and tactical replaceability. That just means the day-to-day stuff, the operational tasks, can be handled by others because you've built systems, you've shared the knowledge.
So you build capability in the team, not just your own personal knowledge hoard.
You got it. Like those examples. Mark, the brand manager, strategically vital because of his market insights, but tactically replaceable because he mentored his team, documented his frameworks.
So when a bigger role came up, he could move smoothly. His team was ready. Strategic insight made him valuable. Knowledge transfer made him mobile.
Right. Compare that to Sarah, the supply chain expert. Super skilled, but tactically indispensable. She guarded her knowledge about complex processes. So, essential in her current job, but in a way that locked her in.
Yeah. She became a bottleneck. The company couldn't risk the disruption of moving her, so she got overlooked. Her operational irreplaceability was her career ceiling.
Wow. That distinction is critical. Strategic thinking plus sharing knowledge equals promotion. Hoarding tactical skills equals getting stuck.
It's a huge shift in perspective on individual value.
Okay, understanding it is one thing. How do you do it? How do you actually move towards this Goldilocks zone? The source had, what, 6 strategies?
Yep, 6 practical steps. First, turn your expertise into teachable frameworks. Don't just be the how I do it person. Create guides, templates, systems others can use. Multiply your impact.
Second, document like crazy. Like your promotion depends on it, because it kind of does. Process guides, project histories, shared info, treat it like vital infrastructure.
It proves you build sustainable systems, not just personal fiefdoms. Super important in CPG, with all the digital transformation investment happening documented. Scalable processes are gold. Chaos doesn't get promoted. Third strategy, shift from doing to directing. Become the most valuable planner, not just the most valuable player. Focus on strategy, spotting opportunities.
Let your value come from vision, from seeing around corners, not just execution.
Number 4, develop your bench strength. Build up your team. Coach them. Share how you think. Make interactions, teaching moments. Great leaders make more leaders.
Absolutely key for your own mobility. Fifth, build bridges, not kingdoms. Expand your influence beyond your silo. Connect across functions. Build external relationships. Be the connector.
That makes you strategically valuable beyond any single task. And number 6, which sounds a bit scary, make succession planning your superpower.
Seems counterintuitive, right? Training your replacement. But actively developing successors shows leadership you think strategically about the organization's future. It makes them confident about promoting you because you won't leave a gaping hole.
So empowering others actually helps you move up. Okay, those 6 steps offer a pretty clear roadmap out of the trap.
They do. But, the source acknowledges it's tough emotionally. Sharing knowledge can feel like giving away your power, your armor.
Yeah, that fear makes sense. Your expertise feels like your main source of value.
Totally. But real security today isn't hoarding old knowledge. It's about continuously growing. Freeing yourself from the tactical weeds gives you the space to build those higher-level strategic muscles.
And that's what industries like CPG need now, right? Speed, innovation. It requires leaders who build resilient teams, scalable systems. The source mentioned CPG automation investment, increasing another sign that systems, not just individual heroes, were key.
Your ability to build that replaceable excellence tactically while being strategically unique, that's a massive advantage for you and the company.
So the paradox kind of dissolves. True value isn't being the only one who can do a task. It's shaping how things are done, developing who can do them, and having the foresight for what's next.
And that self-audit challenge in the source is great. Ask yourself, what breaks if I disappear tomorrow? That's tactical. Need to share that. And what unique strategic value do I bring? That's strategic. Need to lean into that.
Being memorable is key, like Bezos said. But adding that legacy mentorship, sharing, foresight, building systems, that's what makes you indispensable and promotable, valuable and mobile.
It's a really powerful way to think about your career path, especially aiming for those bigger CPG leadership roles.
Well, this deep dive has been based on those insights from Denise at C3 Centricity, digging into the MVP trap.
Hopefully it's given you, a fresh perspective and some solid strategies to think about for your own path.
And here's something to maybe chew on this week. Just honestly ask yourself, are you irreplaceable right now? And is that really serving your long-term goals? How could shifting towards that strategic indispensability actually benefit you and your team's momentum?
Yeah, good questions. And hey, if you found this valuable, want more marketing deep dives like this, definitely subscribe to the channel.
And check out c3centricity.com. Lots more resources and ideas over there for reigniting momentum.
And you can actually book a free momentum makeover session right on the site, c3centricity.com. Great way to get some personalized advice.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll catch you next time with more insights.